in a school, similarly, where the minister addressed and talked about what reforms he has in mind. I found those messages were very, very powerful and meaningful. And the implementation of that, I think there needs to be participation from teachers, management, and students. Okay? Very often what happens is students will say, let teachers do it. Teachers will say, let management do it, and nobody will do it. So it is good if each of us does what we can. Okay? So I will again, you can probably, is it a online video? I think YouTube. All of you must take the link from them and listen to it carefully. So when I say listen to it carefully, what comes to my mind, today we have this gathering, and you have come freshly to this institute. They have arranged a very nice function. You will go back in the evening. Two things can happen. One, you will say it was a really good day today. We got to meet new students from other places. We got to hear many things. And there will be a great excitement at the dining table talking about it. And next day, you wake up and as if this did not happen. So that is the sign of people who don't become successful and those who become successful. What happens with people, those who are successful? They will find time in the evening every day to think, what is it that interested me in that event? Okay? And what are the things that I can use to change myself? And purposefully attempt the next couple of days to change yourself so that you practice what you heard somebody speak. I would recommend you to read autobiographies of people, successful people. Then you will know, okay, what they do differently so that they become successful. One thing is this: every day taking stock of the day, especially if some important thing has happened, and taking a decision that I'm going to change in such and such a manner. For example, you meet a person who is very well read. I was just talking to him about habits. You meet a person who is very well read, and in your discussion with him, you find he's talking about that particular book where this is given, another book in which something else is described, then you're impressed. So you go and talk to your family, friends, saying that I met such and such a person who is so well read. It was very interesting to talk to him. And next day you don't do anything. But just imagine, you realize that reading is an important quality. And on that night you take a decision, I'm going to change myself. And I have to read. Then you set yourself goals. I am going to read one book per month. And force yourself to read. Initially it will be difficult. Initially you may be able to read only 5 pages. Then you make it 10 pages, then change from 1 book to 2 books. Reading makes, there's a saying, reading maketh a man. I should say man or woman. The saying is very old, so they say reading maketh a man. So, the ability to read variety of books can change your life. So I said, learn quickly to speak in English, and I now will add, make it a habit to read. There are a few things that I want to tell you in addition to this. I'm sure you are going to form friends, groups, maybe only one group. Take stock. If you are always with the same 5 people every day, eating, going for movies, talking, if it is the same 5 people, you have to take stock. every time. Is that so? Am I always with the same people? Then make it a point once in a while to go and talk to other groups. This habit again can be a life changer for you. You get to know large number of people how they think. It will influence you. Okay, so that's another thing that you should do. Never be always with the same five people lifelong. As if we are the buddies. If you don't spend 5 minutes together, if you go to some other group, life is gone. Learn to pick up this habit. The other thing that you should do, according to me, when you spend time with people, you come back and take stock. What were we doing together? There is a saying which goes like this: small minds always discuss people. Average minds always discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas. Is this clear? That means at the end of the day, if you take stock, how did I spend my time with my friends? What were we discussing? And if you find you're always discussing other people, some other people, your teachers, your other friends, or movie stars, please remember that can be a thing which will lock you up into a small mind. You will never learn anything. If you have been talking about events, what happened there, what happened here, you have elevated yourself. If you find that your group is always discussing ideas, what to do? Can we do this? Can we do that? If that is the kind of interaction which has happened, that means you are in the correct place. So you can make the change in your group. You should be the person to change the character of the group in which you are and set the agenda for the group. This can be a huge changer for all of you. Let me give you a small example. I don't know how many of you know that the Indian Air Force now has a project. Okay, huge project. What is the project? They want, have you heard about drones? Students, have you heard about drones? No? Yes. So I think most of you would have heard drone. These are small aircraft, very small. And I think some of the weddings you would have seen them flying and taking pictures. Have you seen? Yes. Yeah. So their idea is how to make some 50 drones talking to each other and going and doing a mission 50 kilometers away. Very challenging problem. Extremely challenging. Just imagine 50 drones talking to each other and deciding what to do. That means drone asking the other drone, why are you not with us? Why are you fallen back? We have to go here. I have given some relief to one person. Please go and give relief to the other person. All this communication, lot of intelligence in the drone. Very major project. 155 teams gave an entry. Today, only 5 teams are gone to the final stage. I am a jury member of that selection. Okay, only 5 teams have gone. If you see the teams which got eliminated, big names, Larsen and Toubro, and such big names got eliminated. They could not do well. One team which is still there is from Technological University of Delhi. About 15 to 20 students from second year to fourth year. Second year to fourth year. Unbelievable. Their thinking. When they first time they came and gave a presentation, I was stunned. If they had spoken from behind a curtain, I would have believed that they are third, fourth year students. So if you look at what made them like that, if you go to the history, 5-6 years ago in their college, a few students said, we should make a drone. So very small project. And thereafter, this group of students, every time they talk about what can we do with the drone, always the discussion is on this kind of project. How can we make intelligence? How can we make the drones do this, do that? That means the group is always discussing ideas. So this culture went to the next year batch. So next year's batch did even better. Then it went to next year. So today is the fifth year, and the students, unbelievable set of students. How did the change happen? Not because of teachers, not because of anybody, just because students decided to change. So I would just request all of you, be very, very vigilant. Take stock of everything that you do from today and make sure that your communication skills improve. Your, not just communication, communicating links. That means you connect with new people, you do efficiently, and spend a lot of time not discussing people but ideas. Anything that you do. I must tell you some differences that I have observed. I went to IIT, I told you 1966. Movies are a mode of entertainment, isn't it? All of you, I'm sure you like watching movies. When I went to IIT, we used to go and watch Malayalam movies and come back. And I found the discussion is always about what is the message that movie has, not about the actors. You understand? I don't remember ever discussing those days. There were Prem Nasir and big names. I don't think ever people discussed the actor. The discussion was on what the movie was trying to tell you. Movies were a message for social change, and that only we can do. If you go and see a movie and come back and discuss only actors, that means you understood. You are discussing people, not ideas. So this thought that you should discuss ideas can be interpreted in every way, including when you watch a movie. Okay? So be vigilant. There are a few things that I want to tell you. Let me see if I have time. When I went to engineering college in 66, we had a curriculum, 5 years. Okay? We did 5 years engineering. You are doing 4 years. Lucky. We did 5 years. So what went into these 5 years, those days, can help you survive for maybe 20 years. Do you know what it means? That means in 5 years, what they teach you is enough for you to, on your work, to survive and deliver for next 20 years. That means the new knowledge which is coming in comes in at a very small rate. Is that clear? But today it's not so. What the engineering curriculum will give you in 4 years will be outdated in next 2 years. That means when you pass out, if you constantly don't learn on your own, you will be outdated. So when you are doing 4 years of studies here, one important thing is learning how to learn on your own. You understand? It's not about learning a particular subject. Supposing you take a subject without the help of teachers, can I learn on my own? This is an important trait. If you pick it up, let me tell you, you will succeed in life throughout. Otherwise, you may get a job, but in 2-3 years, you will find that you are finding it very difficult to rise up. Because without acquiring new knowledge at the rate at which it is coming, you cannot survive it. So you must figure out, how do I learn without a teacher? So you can set goals for yourself. I don't know how many of you know, there are large number of online free courses. Large number. Large means really large. Okay? Today you should start. Go to one site which delivers courses for free. And see what course I should do. It could be a history course, it could be a course on cooking, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be engineering. But you must figure out how can I register for that course and do that course. Let me tell you an example from my own life. Last 2 years, I am finding wherever I go, whether it is in engineering college or in industry, the catchword is data science, artificial intelligence, isn't it? You must have heard. Have you heard? So everybody is using these words. So if you talk to them, other than these words, they don't know anything. You understand? And I am not from this area. So I went and did an online course on data science just a couple of months ago. It's absolutely free and it is taught by some of the best teachers in the world. You understand? So I did a course. 1 month it took for me to get a certificate in data science. So similarly, the minute you do your first course, you will know, probably you can do, all your friends can join together and say, let's take a course in history. I must tell you, I did a course in history about 15 years ago, and that changed my perspective of history. What history is. And we took history when it was taught in school, just a subject, but it can change your life. So, such powerful courses. Why is it powerful? All these courses are delivered by the best people in the world. You understand? If you take a course in history, when it's available online, that course will be taught by the best history teacher in the world. So, when you hear from them, history will become, so interesting. Sometimes you will feel like dropping engineering and going for studying history. So please, right today, you must figure out which are the free online courses sites, make a list, visit them, and you can do a course which you have already done in 12th. Supposing you have done history or say economics course in 12th, you do a course online and you see the difference. Your ability to understand things will become much, much better. So that's another thing. I don't know how many of you are making notes. Who are the students? Can you raise your hands? Who are the first year students in the audience? First year students in the audience, can you raise your hands? You have come freshly, not parents, students who have come today to join. So all of you, okay? You must make it a habit to always go with the book. Okay, why? If something that you heard is of interest, it should go into your book. You will never find me without a book. Never. And a pen. Okay? Never. And you find, actually I was in this auditorium in 2015, same place. And we have brought some of the big names in engineering, real big names. Director of VSSC who had designed GSLV, which is going up to, Chandrayaan very soon. So all of them were here and the auditorium was filled. And I was talking. Then when I looked at the students and these people who were sitting here, the director of VSSC and others, I found an unbelievable difference. So I requested some of the students, please come here, look at everybody here and tell me what is the difference that you are seeing. Everybody said, sir, we are not seeing any difference. I said, look, these 4 people are the only ones which have a book open and making notes when I am speaking. No student. You understand? That these people, they are really big. Why are they making notes when I am speaking? But no student is taking down anything. So this is a game changer. I read a book which talks about successful people. Why some people are successful? Okay. In that book, he has given several traits One of them is making notes. You understand? This is a sign of being able to succeed in life. When I left IIT, I opened my, I was, emptying my things because I had to go out. I found a shelf full of books with my notes for 30 years. Of course, I had to throw it and come here. So make it a habit from today onwards of coming anywhere you go with a book. So I think these are the things that you should today make a note and put in effort to practice. I have met, I told you I was here 4 or 5 years ago to talk to some of the students here. One of the first questions that one of the students asked me is, sir, what is the difference between the student here and student in IIT? Okay. So I was telling him, actually, there is no difference. I have got master students who have come from engineering colleges, from very small places, they come to do MTech. I have seen them, there is absolutely no difference intellectually. So where is the difference? Difference comes in other aspects, in some of the things which I told you. If you come to IIT, you will find students, most of them are talking about ideas, what to do. You understand? These are the traits which sets apart an IIT students and others, not the level of intelligence. So that's what I'm telling you, that it is up to you, the students, to change this engineering college to another IIT. Okay? If you don't cooperate, if you don't change, nothing will change. You can make the change happen. There are lots of things that I would like to tell you, but I think today is not the day. I hope we can meet again some other day. I have given my contact details to Nizamuddin, who's sitting here. Okay, any of you want, take it from him. I've given. Anytime you want to know something, you want some help, please feel free to call. Okay, or send me an email. I'll be delighted. In fact, some of the students I met here in 2015, I'm still in touch. They have passed out. I'm still in touch with them. So I wish you all a wonderful 4 years staying on campus and even more productive life, working life, wherever you are. Wish you all the best. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Let's meet all department heads. At first, I invite Head of the Computer Science Department, Professor Nitish N, to address the students.
Honorable Chief Guest Professor Sudhagar, respected Principal Anita Madam, respected heads of the departments, other dignitaries on the dais, faculty members, colleagues, parents, and dear students. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the students who have joined here, because you have joined one of the 9 colleges owned by Government of Kerala, and that's a special thing. And you are going to spend 4 full years here as student, 4 crucial years, I would say. And the faculty members are here to support you throughout these 4 years. And you have selected engineering, or dynamic one, the needs and the skills that the profession needs. Changes quite dynamically. Professor Sudhagar was mentioning about the skill set earlier during his days. The things that he learned during his 5 years of study was useful till the next 20 years. So today, that's not the case, since the demand of the industry, the changes that's happening in the technological field is very swift and very fast. So accordingly, even a 4-year curriculum that you learn, the things that you learn in the curriculum may be outdated the very next day you graduate from this institute. So it's all important to keep updated, and it's important that you graduate with the most current knowledge and skill set. So a study was conducted some 2 or 3 years back in India. It showed that only 20% of the total students that graduate from the engineering colleges in India are readily employable. So the employability of the rest 80% is to be improved through some additional courses so that they can be put on an engineering job. So that's a big challenge. And as he was mentioning, fortunately today we have enormous opportunities for extracurricular learning. And one of the major thing, as he mentioned, is the online courses. Plenty of online courses are available today on cutting edge technologies, new things. So, and also video lectures by eminent professors around the world are readily available. So I request all the students from the day one of your studentship to go and look for online courses on cutting edge technologies, and together with your curricular studies, learn about new things and make it your passion, learning about new things in the 4 years that you're going to spend here. And it goes without saying that curricular learning is also important. The quality of an engineering graduate is measured by the grades that you have on your cards at the end of your 4 years. So keep focused and do hard working. The faculty members here to help you to gain your to help you to pursue your dream job. And I think parents have an equal responsibility of giving moral support to your wards and make them focused and motivated to learn the 4-year degree course. Let us all work together to help them, help them land on their dream job. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite respected Principal Dr. Anita V.S. to address the students.
Respected Chief Guest of the day, Dr. Sudhakar sir, and head of the departments of various departments, PTA president and other PTA members, my dear freshers, parents. Government Engineering College Wayanad start ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ 20th year ആണ്. 20ാമത്തെ ബാച്ചിലാണ് നിങ്ങൾ ഈ കോളേജിൽ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. കോളേജിന്റെ ഹിസ്റ്ററിയിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്കൊരു സ്ഥാനം തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും ഉണ്ടാവും. ഈ 20 വർഷത്തിന്റെ കോളേജിന്റെ ഒരു എവല്യൂഷനിൽ പല ഇൻഫ്രാസ്ട്രക്ചർ ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ്സും കോളേജിൽ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. അക്കാഡമിക് ബ്ലോക്സ്, ഹോസ്റ്റൽസ്, ജിയോ ആൻഡ് എൻജിഒ ക്വാർട്ടേഴ്സും പുതിയൊരു ലേഡീസ് ഹോസ്റ്റലും ഇനാഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യാണ്. അപ്പൊ ഇന്നത്തെ ദിവസത്തിന് വേറൊരു പ്രത്യേകതയും കൂടെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതായിരുന്നു ഞാൻ കുറച്ചു നേരം ഇവിടെ ഇല്ലാതിരുന്നത്. പുതിയ ലേഡീസ് ഹോസ്റ്റലിന്റെ AICTയുടെ ഫണ്ടും അവരുടേതായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു 2 കോടി രൂപയുടെ കോൺട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതിന്റെ ഇൻസ്പെക്ഷൻ ആയിരുന്നു ഇന്ന് നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ ഇന്ന് രാവിലെ 8 മണി മുതൽ തുടങ്ങി അതിന്റെ ഇൻസ്പെക്ഷൻ ആയിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പോഴാണ് അവർ ഇൻസ്പെക്ഷൻ കഴിഞ്ഞ് പോയത്. ഇൻഫ്രാസ്ട്രക്ചർ, ഒരു കോളേജിന്റെ പ്രോഗ്രസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് അക്കാഡമിക്സ്. 12 വർഷത്തെ പ്രയത്നമാണ് ഇന്ന് നിങ്ങൾ അനുഭവിക്കുന്നതെങ്കിൽ അടുത്ത 4 വർഷത്തെ നിങ്ങളുടെ പ്രയത്നമായിരിക്കും തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും നിങ്ങൾ അടുത്ത 40 വർഷത്തെ ജീവിതം തീരുമാനിക്കുന്നത്. ക്യാമ്പസിൽ വളരെ ഈസി ആയിട്ട് നിങ്ങളൊരു കംഫർട്ട് സോണിൽ നിൽക്കുകയാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ 4 വർഷം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒരു ഡിഗ്രി എടുക്കാം എന്നല്ലാതെ ഒരു അക്കാഡമിക് എക്സലൻസ് വരണമെങ്കിൽ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാണ്. സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയകൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുമ്പോൾ അത് അക്കാഡമിക് പർപ്പസിന് കോൺസെൻട്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്തായിരിക്കണം. നിങ്ങളുടെ ലെവലിലുള്ളത് രീതിയിൽ ഒരു പ്രൊഫഷണൽ സ്റ്റുഡൻറ്റിന് അക്കാഡമിക് എക്സലന്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന രീതിയിലുള്ള റീഡിങ്ങുകൾക്ക് കൂടുതൽ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് കൊടുക്കേണ്ടതാണ്.